Hey there, gang. What's happening? What's going on? What's up, Manic? Hearty pee poo poo butts to you as well. What's up, Numberless Dread? Yes, it is space dong time. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. Cheers to you, Kampai. Hope you're good. Yep, I'm doing good. I'm doing great, in fact. Had a nice, eventful day. It was my wife's birthday, in fact. So we had a very nice lunch, did some shopping. All nice things. Hello, Chill Avocados. Good to see you tonight. Glad you made it. Yeah, I'm here reclining after a very nice day. Nice upbeat day. It's been really good the last couple of days. My wife finished a big thing that she was working on, so she's in pretty good shape right now. My kids are home from school, and it's been nice having them around. Hanging out with them, playing stuff with them. Fury Fighter, thank you so much. Thank you. She wants you all to know that she has been very much enjoying all the free stuff that she gets for her birthday. Because she has done the research, she's put in the time to find all the good deals and free things that are out there, and we have been enjoying the benefits of that. So yeah. All kinds of free treats and stuff. Free treats, free snacks, free things, discounts and whatnot. So yeah, she's a professional when it comes to such matters as this. So I am still a neophyte. I don't know much about them. I basically just wait for her to find them, and then she's like, hey, sign up for this. And I'm like, yes, okay. And then I get a free thing. It's like, oh, cool, I'm glad I did that. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good one. Yeah, really just getting super excited for our trip. It's a week from tomorrow. We have, I don't want to make anybody sad or anything, but counting tonight included, we have at most 6 more streams. Tonight, tomorrow, wait, no, 7. No, 7. It's 7, right? Yeah, because we got 8, counting tonight, yeah. I screwed myself up by counting tonight. Yeah, tonight, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and then maybe Wednesday. I really don't want to commit to Wednesday. But we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. It was still 7. I know, right? It's the one misgiving I have about taking a trip. The one thing I don't like about it is I can't stream, because I love streaming so much. Streaming is such a wonderful, uplifting experience. It's so nice to hang out here with all y'all. And I am very much going to miss it. I'm going to miss it a lot while I'm in Japan. It is worth it. It is worth it to go. And of course, I've spoken on this point before. I think it's best to take breaks from things you enjoy while you enjoy them. I think it's important not to wait until you get tired or frustrated or burn out. You should take breaks when you don't need breaks. Because if you do that, you'll never need a break. And I'm pretty sure that's why I've been able to stream for 5 years without ever getting tired or discouraged with it. And why I'll be, like, the moment I leave, the moment I get on the plane on Thursday, I'm gonna be like, I cannot wait to stream again. I'm sure. Totally hard to do IRL a lot, sadly. Yeah, it's true, Library Man. It's true. But we make it work as well as we can. Also, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. So you're all my friends. You're all my pals, my buddies. I mean, you kind of have to be to come out here and hang out and listen to me ramble and push little dick aliens around on a grand cosmic chessboard. IRL stream in an arcade. I have in past years I have considered the possibility of like taking a laptop, finding a way to stream just like random little games off of my laptop and whatnot. But you know what? I think it is genuinely important to take like a full-on break from streaming. I think it would put undue stress on me and my whole streaming outlook, and also, you know, put a little bit of a crimp in my trip trying to schedule stuff like that. So a long time ago, I left that idea behind. I was like, it's a vacation. It is a proper vacation. Focus on vacationing and come back renewed and refreshed. Because I will tell you right now, when I get back from Japan, I am going to be super amped to stream stuff. I don't know what. I have no idea what I'm gonna want to do when we get back, but whatever it is, I am going to be so jazzed for it. I'm gonna be super, super excited. Can you give me like a 30-second summary of the half of the stream last night, please? Oh, certainly. We'll do that when we get into it. I'll recap for everybody because there was a lot going on last night for sure. More erotic adventures of Stellaris in which we deeply penetrate the universe. We have almost bottomed out the L cluster. So after that, I don't know. We're gonna have to find something else to poke at. Totally hang out with Oddish IRL. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Not everyone would say that. I was thinking about this last night. I do consider you folks friends. Yeah, I mean, I think with a community like ours and with really no real expectations of business or funding or anything like that. I mean, what else could we be, really? It's not, you know, it's certainly not a conventional friendship, you know. And there's always going to be that element. I mean, just so we're clear, there's always going to be that element of like entertainer and audience. So it's never going to be like a normal like friendship thing. But I mean, nice close community. We chat about stuff in streams, outside of streams, know a lot about each other. Yeah, I think it's fair to call us all friendly friends. You mean you're gonna stop paying me? No expectation of funding, sweet. Unsubscribe. Yeah. Exactly. Feel no obligation to throw money at me. I mean, that money will be used for stream stuff. Like we're gonna get an N64 eventually. I'm gonna get more games. I'm gonna fill out the rest of the DLC in Stellaris, and that is gonna come directly from y'all's subs and bits and Cotton Eye Joe and whatnot. But don't ever feel like you have to. Don't ever feel like you need to. It's just a little bonus, right? Also, your wife would punch you. Dragonlord DLC for Age of Wonders 4 is interesting. You have to pay gold cost to deploy your dragon. Better idea keeping your cabin. Oh, that's cool. Last exciting episode of the Japanese Universe of Intercourse. Go to Discord and feel lame ass slacker for not diving into that. I mean, dude, listen, I am really not very active in our Discord right now because I have been so busy with work and other stuff going on. So don't feel bad about that. Discord is if you want to chat with people outside of streams. And while I do, like, I just haven't really had the time to post a lot of topics or get into really, really deep discussions or anything. I'm there, I see everything that's going on, but yeah. So please, learn from my example. Don't feel like you have to do anything as part of the Discord. It is as laid back as it gets. Discord is where I drunk post bad music videos, and it's perfect for that. Yeah, it's the ideal platform for such activities. Learn how they make N64s work on HDMI, and they have to cut bits of the motherboard out and shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna get like an adapter. I'm not gonna do a full-on N64 mod. Same deal with a Dreamcast. I would either do an adapter, because I mean, my Dreamcast is on its last legs anyway. I'm not even sure it still runs, to be completely honest with you. But I wouldn't want to spend like hundreds of dollars to get that thing modded only for it to die. So I think external adapters are the way to go. And a part like GPG party, because GPG party is absolutely mandatory. Weird that I show up every day halfway expecting to be banned. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I mean, if you've made it this far, why would I ban you now? I would have to have the patience of a saint and like a hair trigger all rolled into one somehow. I would have had to somehow be patient enough to let you get this far, but like a loose enough cannon to just yeet you out of here at the drop of a hat. And that wouldn't make any sense, not with what y'all know about me. So having the Manix work hours allow them to be here. Would you miss you, man? Exactly, yeah. I don't know how often you'll hear me say this, but I'm glad you're here, man. No, you are a mainstay of this channel, and it would be genuinely weird if you weren't around. So I appreciate your company, your jibes. I don't appreciate your puns. I cannot bring myself to admit that on any level. But I just rest assured that I appreciate everything else. So I don't even know why now my brain is in "you're barely tolerated" mode. Oh God, no, dude, no. You are loved and welcomed here, and you never need to question that. We have fun here. We poke fun at each other. We make jokes and whatnot. But no, at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, I am extremely thankful for everyone here. I'm glad to see you night after night, and that, in particular, at this moment, Manic, that goes especially for you. I'm very glad you're here. Yeah, you're not Eva, so I mean, how bad could it be, really? Really nice box to plug your retro consoles into. They're just expensive. Yeah, I'll probably shell out for one of those. I have looked before, and I think there's one. I feel like I've seen one that can handle multiple consoles, that you can run like N64, Dreamcast, GameCube through. I would probably opt for one of those. That way, I'd have a good solution for any future systems that I get. Some part of me is like, they must like the Furious days because I can be a little much with my ADHD and childlessness. Never Fury. Again, I have never been relieved that someone is not here. If anything, I am concerned and maybe a little lonely when one of y'all is not here. And that goes for every single person in chat. Yes, even Eva, just so everybody understands the extent to which I mean this. Yes, even Eva, okay? I'm afraid I still have a bad habit of falling asleep near the end of the stream. Considering your time zone, I'm just incredibly thankful you're here at all, dude. Like, anytime you're here, I consider a bonus. Just because, Jesus Christ, you have to stay up really late to watch my ass. That means a lot to me, honestly. Eva's our local grump we love, yeah. The angry curmudgeon, we're all like, oh, you. They're the Waldorf of our stream. I don't know that we really have a Stadler. We need, maybe we should work on that. Maybe we should find Eva a Stadler to go with their Waldorf. Because you can't just have a Waldorf. You need, it's a pair gig, really. You can't have one without the other. But man, I also saw you did a good new job. Congratulations. Very happy to hear about that. Sorry, it just popped off the top of the chat for me. Been out early just because I've had early mornings lately. And you know, I know I've mentioned this before. You never have to make excuses for not being here. You never have to explain away absences or whatnot. You are welcome to be here when you are. I'm not gonna panic or get heated when you're not, certainly. So, like I was saying, we're all friends, we're all buddies here, but at the same time, it is entertainment. I am basically a TV channel that you watch, right? There's the GPG show on every night except Sunday, 9 p.m. to midnight Pacific, right? If you can't make it, that's fine. And honestly, 6 nights a week, 3 hours a night is a lot of time. That's a big ask. That's a large amount of your time to spend here. I don't want anybody to feel weird about it because I do really like having you here. But let's be real for a second. If you're not here for all of that time, I think that's pretty normal. Scuba's are nice. I've only been here for like 4 days. Tell me about it, avocados. I've been here for 5 years. But no, we have an amazing community. I know all streamers say they have great communities. They have wonderful communities or whatnot. They're all full of shit. This is the real community right here. No, I'm not pointing at my dick. I'm just like, it's a general gesture of this area with all of you, not physically, but okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that we're a very special community, very welcoming, very comfortable. I'm just really happy to see everyone who is here. What's up, Drake Nell? I see you there. We all ready to get dead? Yes, we are. Way more than a TV show. We love you. All legit love you. All solid friendship accounts for times you can't be. Aw. No, I do appreciate that. I pose it. The reason I pose it from that perspective is I really don't want people to feel bad for nights or even hours that they can't make it. You know, because it is quite a schedule to keep, to be fair, especially if you're not in the Pacific time zone. I can't believe there are East Coasters that watch any significant amount of my streams. I double super plus can't believe that there are Europeans who do, because this is the middle of the goddamn night for them. Stellaris going well? Surprisingly, yeah. We'll get into that in a second, because I've been doing a lot of rambling the past few nights, and it's been cutting into quality Dicklian time. And we have a lot to do tonight. Also, we have something to discuss. A matter rather pertinent to that. GPG community sponsored by D's Nuts. You usually run 11 in the morning for you ain't nothing. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. You're being as technically. What's up, Zem? And Eva, I see you there. I understand this relationship, which is why I enjoy being so curmudgeonly. And you should. Just lean into it. And around 3 a.m. for Shatora and I, then we go to bed. Well, good. At least you go to bed at some point. So, actually, let me go ahead and cover the topics that we need to talk about, so that way we can get into Stellaris, because I do realize there's a bunch of stuff that I want to accomplish tonight. Nocturnal set, Well, good. I'm glad we've got a few cats, bats, raccoons, trash mammals around here. We do have one lovely trash mammal around here. I hope we see them later. Same, just a little less since I don't work third shift anymore. Yeah, it has gotten harder for me over time. Those of you that have been around for a couple of years might remember we used to always go late every single night, and I know we have been typically with Stellaris because, God, I've been really into this game, like, so much. But in general, I don't go super late anymore, whereas I used to. Like, the first couple of years that I streamed, it was very easy for me. Well, my schedule used to be offset, actually. RV Winkle, thank you so much for subscribing for 2 years. My God, thank you so much, dude. That's so generous of you. He's always late for me. For a while there, like years 2 and 3, I had different times for different nights. Like, there were some nights that I streamed 9 to midnight, and there were other nights that I streamed 10 to 1. Just as a matter of course. And then I eventually evened everything out. But yeah. Like, I just found out the diner used to spend stupid long hours and night closes at 9 p.m. now. Weird. Yeah, that is harsh for a diner. Yeah, you've always got Denny's. We'll always have Denny's. Welcome to 2-year club, Winkle. Oh, we have a 2-year club. That's amazing to me. It's really amazing to me. I know we've got some folks around here, 1 or 2 maybe, lurking about that have been around for 4 years and change. I wonder. But yeah, man. It doesn't feel like it's been a long time. Like I don't feel like I've been streaming for a long time. I feel like I've been streaming forever. At this point, I've been doing it so long that it just feels like a normal part of my life. I get up, I go to work, I come home, I spend time with my family, I stream, I go to bed. Like that is it's a cornerstone of my life. Been here since 2019. I think that's a long ass time. Your badge says 32 months. So yeah, that tracks. My terrible tubes. Village Inn is getting his ass kicked by Denny's in general. Really? Hadn't expected such a Cinderella story for Denny's. Just can't sub filet anymore. Don't worry about it, dude. I'm just glad you're here. All I need you to do is be here. Everything else is just gravy. But anything, the fact you consistently have people sticking around for years, you take that as a sign you're doing something right. Definitely. Oh my God, definitely. Yeah. I don't watch a lot of other channels now just because I don't really have the time and I can't really focus on like a live stream as like background noise to what I'm doing these days. But yeah, I feel like it's I feel like it's probably a pretty rare thing to have folks that stick around for so long. Because, I mean, moods change. People change. There are channels that I used to watch religiously that I just haven't thought about in years at this point. So the fact that there are people who still think about me after all this time is flattering, to say the absolute least. So. Village Inn is like Denny's, but mostly in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, we've got a couple around here. They're pretty unassuming. I didn't realize they were a big chain, honestly. Actually, been here for a bit longer than my badge indicates because I left for a bit. Yeah, I mean, and that happens too, you know? Life happens, changes happen. I think we need to see other people. Well, when I raid somebody later tonight, maybe that'll get you in the mood. How long is Waffle House open for? Get to watch a boxing match as long as you hang out and stream. Waffle House. When I was in college, Waffle House was super late night. I'm trying to remember if they were 24 hours or not. Sadly, my new work schedule almost exactly matches the schedule of streamer I watch for all. That sucks, dude. That's a real shame, isn't it? Try to put them on in the background, but I don't know if they'd appreciate the occasional shouted profanity. Probably not. Maybe not. One particular village in near the university I used to go to, village in Northern Lights, where all the college kids would do homework at. They really spent like 6+ hours there one night. Nice. Nice. Yeah, there was a Waffle House. It wasn't even really near where I lived when I was in college, but we'd just go there sometimes. We just go out for like midnight drives and whatnot. We ended up at this Waffle House and we get like burgers and hash browns and stuff and just sit there and talk for a couple hours and then try to make it home before the sun came up. Go to sleep, skip all our classes the next day. So it's kind of amazing I graduated college at all in retrospect. Given my habits and what I know about myself now, kind of amazing I pulled that out. Do get to listen to radio while I work. Nice, nice. That can make a huge difference. You don't normally think about like things that happen while you're listening to the radio. Radio is just kind of like the background noise of your life, right? But I feel like there's every once in a while there are these important moments that happen in your life that stick with you, and they're like radio moments. Like they're defined by you just being there in the moment, vibing with whatever's on the radio. And I actually remember one of those in college, working at the library, in the back room sorting books. And they were I don't even remember why, but for some reason they were just playing like the entire Killers album on the radio, and I was just in such a transcendent mood at the moment that it really stuck with me. Spend so much time drawing there, I almost can't draw unless it's in a booth. If I used to compose my terrible Z in the booth. That's awesome. That's really cool. Watch you and Mary Ellen cast the most by a fair margin. Extra live streams because Elden Ring's wiki have an embed I block. Counts me as watching anyway. Fuck you. That is weird, isn't it? Yeah, a bunch of stuff. I don't know if y'all have heard about this. A bunch of stuff has changed on the Twitch backend. There's a new homepage for streamers that is ugly and obnoxious, and I hate it. But apparently they've also changed some of the rules regarding like content, like mature content, profanity, gore, all that stuff. And I think some games are by default tagged with more mature stuff, and it's apparently affecting raids. Like apparently if you raid into a channel that is tagged, whether they're aware of it or not, that's tagged with mature content, like people, like raiders won't actually raid in unless they do like an extra confirmation, meaning you can't pass on all your lurkers anymore. Yeah, it's lame. It's lame. So I mean, my solution to that is I'm probably just gonna like, unless it's something benign like Stellaris, I'm probably just gonna stream under the retro tag just forever. Just forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Twitch is making all the L's. Yeah, they are. They are. They really seem to be trying to swing around the fact that they're the biggest, most popular streaming platform right now. And I mean, they're very clearly bleeding top tier talent. People are getting the biggest names are getting signed over to Kick, which is kind of its own can of worms, really. But we'll see what happens. I mean, as long as we can be here and hang out, that's all I ask for. You know, I don't need Twitch to do anything in particular for me. And I would worry about other members of our community not making the jump if I did go to another streaming service. Kick. Yeah, Kick is the new streaming platform that a lot of big name they're throwing a lot of money into signing big name streamers over to them. They're also kind of anything goes. Like, they're kind of open season on stuff like gambling and hateful content and stuff, so kind of like, okay. I have extremely mixed feelings about that. I mean, obviously they're doing shitty stuff, but if they can scare Twitch into becoming a better platform, I guess that's a net good, but I don't want them to do that. Like, I would hate for Twitch's takeaway to be like, oh, we should just let people run whatever gambling bullshit they want on here now. So, or should that be path for its enduring success? Yeah. Disapproving Marge Simpson grumble. That pretty much sums it up as succinctly as possible. Also, good evening, Lay Retro Spice. So I'd make the jump, but yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone is ever scared into being a better platform. Normally migration is necessitated. That's a good point. That's a good point. It's like nothing Epic did changed anything on Steam, as far as I know. Steam was just like, yeah, that's cute. Whatever. And then Epic hemorrhaged a bunch of money that they were throwing on exclusives and free games. And it's like, well, okay. Did you hear you can bet on the Special Olympics now? I did. Well, I guess we've achieved true equality then, haven't we? Twitch will fix themselves when you find the people that say shit like quarterly earnings and consistent market growth and break their legs. Yeah, if only, man. That's what we need open season on, the investor class. Remember Vivo? That sure made YouTube better. Wait, is Dailymotion still around? Wasn't there a Johnny Knoxville movie about betting on the Special Olympics? Yeah, I think there was. The Ringer, wasn't it? He put, like, he pretended to be disabled and joined the Special Olympics and bet on himself winning or something like that. I mean, that's definitely a premise or something. I met him once in Austin and he was super cool. It does seem like Johnny Knoxville is a genuinely cool guy. I've seen a bunch of interviews with him, and it's really interesting to hear him talk about his career and all the things that have happened to him. I think his last couple major injuries kind of mellowed him out a bit. Not to get business, but the reality is large incumbents realize they have to balance a bunch of issues and concerns to remain viable entities. Startups often think they can make a better product because they ignore some of these concerns, but then learn the hard way that they can't. That is extremely poignant. I completely agree with that, Newhouser. Yeah. I think Twitch does a lot of what it does. Like, Twitch, from our perspective, Twitch shoots themselves in the foot a lot, and perhaps they do, but Twitch also has, like, wider concerns. Like, they have to be a lot more careful about copyright shit and advertising shit than something brand new like Kick is, because Kick can get those like early idiot investor dollars behind them that are just looking for something new and exciting without having to really prove anything at first. So they got tons of money around to throw around and sign new talent and whatnot, and they can say whatever they want about, yeah, this is completely open platform, stream whatever you want, no nothing. But eventually the rubber hits the road, and they got to figure out how to make that into a sustainable business. And I think a lot of what they're doing now to make a name for themselves is 100% not sustainable. Advertising, copyright, such fucking banes to entertainment. They really are. Capitalism is anathema to creativity. Could not agree more. Could not agree more. If it was up to me, the arts, and I mean all arts, from like the major movie studios and game development studios to some guy deciding he wants to spend a week painting. I believe all of the arts should be publicly funded. I believe like money should just not be a factor in producing art at any level. It's something that as a society we should just be able to come together and say, like, human creative pursuits should just be allowed and facilitated. That will literally never happen because late stage capitalism, Lamau, but that's how I would handle it. So long as that includes game design, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it would not be means tested. It would not need to be qualified in any way. Somebody's like, yeah, I want to take some time to learn how to program. I want to take some time to sculpt things. I want to take some time to make Piss Christ. Sure, go for it. Also, good evening, Lodral High and Deep Thought. And Newhauser, I don't think I gave you a proper greeting, but hello and good evening, and I'm glad you're here. There's a quote from Alexis Ohanian, the creator of Reddit I regularly cite. I'm going to quote it. All right, here we go. Every few years, there's some quote-unquote free speech platform that gets founded as a response to change of policies. Changes or policy changes have been made. The thing that all these platforms ultimately realize is you hit a ceiling because people actually do want moderation. Because there's always gonna be some portion of the user base that exploits it to the point where people are just like, oh, this is annoying. Either they consider it spam or they just consider it some sort of low effort content. The great irony here is all these platforms fail because it turns out there's only a small number of people who actually want a fully unfettered, unmoderated platform. Yep, makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I mean, it's the reason we have rules is because people are gonna do shitty stuff. In a completely open, unbridled system, somebody is gonna find some way to get a leg up on other people, to abuse whatever system there is. And then you have regulations. And then regulations even things out to a degree, and you have a more equitable system, and people are happy and content. And then some dipshit comes along and was like, you know what? This would really work better without these regulations. This is why I have zero respect for libertarians. Like, just absolutely none, if not negative. Because the entire libertarian ethos is contradicted by the sum total of human history. Like, the argument against libertarianism is open a fucking book. We tried it already. We just came from there in the cosmic sense. Piss Chrysler for like 15 million. So there you go. Yeah. Don't judge when it comes to artistic merit, artistic license, all this stuff. Just let people create. You might not get it. You might not believe in it. And you know what? Honestly, if there are people who abuse the system, if there's somebody who's like, yeah, I want to be a painter, and they take a monthly basic income to be a painter, and they just sit around and smoke weed all the time, you know what? Good. I want my money to go to that, because I would rather people have the freedom to do the things and pursue the things they really want, even if it means a couple people on the fringes are going to abuse that, than for us to live like this, where basically only the rich or the fortunate get to pursue their dreams. I will pay, you know what? I will pay for 100 lazy potheads on their couches so that one person can pursue their dream of being a fine artist. Small story regarding Johnny. Someone sent me a meme of handicap ramp that's more like a skate park attraction with the caption of Johnny Knoxville and welcome to Jackass. By Johnny, every time to use this, who's put in charge of making the steep, you probably make sure to do a wonderful job. I bet, yeah. Stay a disabled artist for 3 years. That really opened your eyes to some aspects of society I hadn't been exposed to before. I bet. If everyone's equal, how will I feel like I'm better than everyone else? Yes, the capitalist creed, basically. I think capitalism is ultimately turning society into a score attack for rich people. It's basically seeing how big you can get your number at the expense of literally everyone else around you. Galleries are commonly used for money laundering. The only galleries I would ever show things are our co-ops. Worst part of being a depraved pirate is having to work with a bunch of other depraved pirates. Libertarians just want to be the ones that exploit people themselves. Yeah. What's up, PM Collector Boy? Goddamn Nintendo, bring out the business. How about the Super Mario Wonder and Super Mario RPG remake? Both look amazing. Both look really, really cool. I've had words to say about the Super Mario RPG. I don't have like the rose tinted fondness that a lot of people do, because I only played it in the last couple of years. I streamed it. The first time I played it, I streamed it several years back, and I was a bit underwhelmed. But a major factor in that was the graphics. The graphics are a bit too ambitious for what the Super Nintendo could manage, or at least how they presented it. I think a remake will do that game wonders. Absolute wonders. Saw a Reddit post recently that said their friend stopped being a libertarian when they took MDMA and realized other people have feelings. Jesus Christ, man. Right, there's a Dragon Quest Monsters game, Stellaris 2. We're gonna talk about all this stuff. I really do need to get started, but there's other stuff I need to talk about first. Fuck! It assumes there aren't gonna be people that fuck everything up. I hear too many philosophies that are like, oh, but everyone will act this way because it makes sense. Yeah, God. There just needs to be a law that you're just not allowed to assume rational actors in anything. Like, you just can't. How can you reasonably assume in the year of our Lord 2023, with everything that's happened in the last everything that's happened in the last half decade, how can anyone still assume a rational actor in anything? We have an entire political party that'll just make shit up to be angry about. It doesn't have to be real. There doesn't have to be proof of it. Somebody can just say a thing on TV, and all of a sudden you have an entire national movement against it. Things that do not exist. There are no more rational actors. Stop pretending they exist. Yeah, take one look at COVID and realize people are intensely stupid. 5 people are currently in the bottom of the Atlantic figuring out why you might want nautical design regulations the hard way. Tuesday? No, I'm sorry. This sub thing is hilarious to me. I will say up front, I hope they come back safe and sound. I hope they survive. But man, the thing that gets me, the thing that really, really gets me is we live in a late stage capitalist hell world. And for what? It's not so that billionaires can tour the ocean depths at their leisure in their massive mega subs with their vast glass observation domes, sipping champagne and eating caviar while watching sea life thousands of feet below the ocean. No. Our capitalist hell world is so dystopian. The billionaires have to cough up $250,000 to get sealed into a death tube controlled by an Xbox controller and text messages. That's as good as it gets? That's why we have all of this? Seriously? That's what gets me about this. These guys are in this situation because this is what the rich wanted, apparently. Maybe people are addicted to the idea that it doesn't matter how many suffer as long as nobody gets something they don't deserve. Yeah, it's the polar opposite of my philosophy. I don't understand it. It's a very entitled approach to the world. You know, it assumes a lot of fairness that doesn't exist. It assumes a lot of fairness and equity and opportunity that simply doesn't exist. It's an ignorant view. It's straight up an ignorant view. There's no other way to put it, really. When I learned my cousin was trans, I slid in the rabbit hole of trying to be a better person, seeing the world with a kinder heart, despite my own traumas making me very self-centered and bitter. No, I'm glad you could do that, Fury. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it is the right thing, and I'm glad you could make that effort. Wish we invested deeply in emotional health and food, shelter, clothing. I've said this before, I wish we ran society like a video game. I wish instead of the stewards of our society just being like self-serving shitheads. I wish they were trying to rack up the high score. I wish they were trying to optimize things. I wish we had speedrunners in charge of government. I wish we had people trying to find the optimum path to like feeding and housing everyone. It really just kills me that we don't, you know? It's just, it's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of principle. You have this great vast system that actually matters, that actually does something. And people just leech off of it like parasites. Like, run the government like a video game. Pretend you're playing SimCity without the disasters button. Just ignore that part. See how high of a score you can get, you know? I'm still really amused the sub thing has driven sales of Iron Lung. Yes, I agree. That's really funny. It's starting to be funny. And Dave Szymanski is very level-headed about it too. The stream is just gonna be talking about politics the whole time. That happens sometimes, Avocado. Sometimes we get on a tear. I mean, last week, Thursday and Friday, I never ended up doing what I was going to do on the stream. We are gonna play Stellaris. I have to play Stellaris. There's a reason, even. Hope it imploded. CO2 poisoning is absolute hellish. Ooh, God. If there is to be an end, let it be a merciful one, I suppose. Seeing how stupid they were about the design process, I ignored the warnings of engineers. Yeah. Should read the article in the WAPO about adventure tourism. I should, yeah, I should. Richard deeply sued. I'll call it hilarious because drowning deep underwater in a tsunami is a recurring nightmare. Neither will I mourn them much. Yeah. Yeah, it's about where I'm at, I think. What's up, Mobilobo? Of all the things you can see in the ocean with 250K to spend on the sub that reached that deep, why a 100-year-old decaying wreck of iron? Also true. Also true. Why not seek undiscovered wonders of the deep? Like, what, like 10% of the ocean floor has been explored so far? Just imagine what else could be out there. Or is it working for any regulatory organization like OSHA or CDC is just unrelenting horror show of why the fuck would you do this? Yeah. God, the kind of press releases they have to put out, stopping people from doing the stupidest shit possible. We need to establish shelter as a human right first and foremost. That, yeah, absolutely. That's something that gets me. In every situation where we've solved homelessness by just giving people a home, everything worked out. Like, it's literally the answer. It's the solution. Homeless people can be part of society again. They can get jobs. They can be productive. Like, we are literally keeping people from having lives in our society just because they don't have the right number attached to them. Because apparently they made a decision at some point in their life that some people out there think they should be punished into unto perpetuity for. No, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. It is a problem we can solve. We know the solution. We've proven the solution. The solution exists. But people get in the way of it. Selfish, ignorant people get in the way of it. You do not want speedrunners running our government. These people kill the animals, save a few frames. I still gotta think it's an improvement over what we got now, honestly. Trans experience is fucked. It really shows you how awful people can be. It's extremely self-rewarding once you get there. Saw an article talking about how a stipend of 300 would prevent a significant number of people from becoming homeless. My thought is this is just going to some parasites, make housing public for, yeah. Like, I don't really, what gets me is like, a lot of it is misdirection. A lot of it is focusing on like, oh no, like welfare queens. We can't give handouts to people because then lazy, undeserving people will get it. I was like, okay, well, where is this money actually going? Oh, tax breaks for companies. And they're not parasites, how? But nobody wants to talk about that. Holy shit, apparently State Farm isn't gonna offer new home insurance in California due to crying catastrophe exposure. I thought that was in like Florida or something. Is it California? Insurance companies shouldn't exist and I hate so much they do. I agree with that completely. Health insurance is basically just gambling. It's because we decided to turn the entire healthcare industry into gambling. And we allowed houses to set up that always win. Same way I heard the observation port was not rated for even half the depth it was headed to. I started one of the guy who put together was one guy from my high school auto shop class. It's not even necessarily a choice they made. Oh God, I know that. But no, that's often the argument that's leveraged against them. Well, they made a choice. They like homeless people obviously screwed up in life, or otherwise they wouldn't be homeless. And no, I am well aware that's generally not the case. And even in the corner cases where it is, my point is no one should be doomed to suffer for the rest of their lives because of any choice they made. I mean, obviously, they shouldn't be doomed to suffer because of things that just happened to them. Basically, homelessness shouldn't exist. There is no excuse for it to exist. There's no good reason for it to exist. We can absolutely solve it. We know how to solve it, and just piece of shit people get in the way of that. Some people argue that because of some of them have mental health issues or addiction, they should be homeless. That's really more reason why they need housing. Yes, no, exactly. Exactly. How can you look at a person who needs help and be like, nah, put them out on the street? Callous laziness at absolute best. Sociopathy at worst. Technically a parasite? No, Fury, do not. Do not give in to that framing of it. You are absolutely not a parasite. Don't even joke about that, honestly. I don't want you to have even the barest inkling of that notion. Please don't. You live the way you need to live, and no one should judge you for that. Capitalism is brutal and you're born on the bottom. Chances you stay on the bottom, it's ridiculous. It really is. It really is. Yeah. I'll level with you. I've mentioned it before. I was born into money. And there's not a gay that goes by. I think about all the gays, chat. There's not a day that goes by that I don't remind myself of that fact. That I am where I am primarily because of luck. Primarily because of the genetic lottery. And all I want is for other people to have what I have. And if that means more of my tax dollars going to that, please take it. By all means, take it. Here we go, Mr. 1% going at it again. No, I am of the well-off, tax me more persuasion. Please. All I want is for everybody to, at the bare minimum, be able to enjoy the same standard of living that I enjoy. Like, to me, anything less than that is just brutally unfair. Cool, I'll send you a shipping address. Not working right now through no fault of my own. While it stuck, at least there's some kind of safety net. Yeah, at least there's something. At least correct thinking individuals have been able to push through something. Because, I mean, look, if you set up the rules of your system so that people have to work or they die, right? And you at least have enough humanity. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm making some really unfortunate assumptions about people at this point. Some people out there understand that when you have a system where you either work or you die, and we don't want people to die, you have to throw folks a bone so that they can get back on their feet. Not everybody gets that, but hang on one sec, chat. Something's going on here. That was so that was my younger daughter to let me know I've been evicted from my bedroom because it's my wife's birthday. My wife and my kids are gonna sleep together in our room, and I have to go sleep in the bunk bed. Happy birthday to my wife. Yeah, rip. Oh well. Sleep on the couch like a real professional. Here's the thing. We have an amazing couch. I love sleeping on our couch. Basically, this is a typical Wednesday. You had to just get that, twist that knife in there, didn't you? The bed's long enough for you. I have to kind of sleep diagonally, but yeah. Good break point to start the game, I think. I'm on the same page as you, Drake, now. Yeah. I would sleep on our couch. I sweat a lot when I sleep. I run really hot and I sweat really bad, and I don't want to sweat into our sofa cushions, so I'll sleep in their bed. If I find a way to not work with too many people and be left alone, I'd be happy to work. That's also very fair. That's very, very fair. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get back to Stellaris. I mean, we've only spent an hour talking tonight, and I mean, obviously I can go late tonight. Nobody's waiting for me after the stream, so we're really learning a lot about Oddish. Sleep on the kitchen floor like the animal you are. Had to be away. Did you mention Next Fest yet? No. Let's mention that, and then we have a small thing to talk about with Stellaris, and then we'll get into it. Same, sweat really easy. My heart rate is just constantly higher than average, even if I'm just laying around. Yeah, I wonder if it's that. When I was younger, I had a very high metabolism, and I know that kept my body temperature very high. My metabolism has obviously slowed down in the last decade or so, but I still run really hot for whatever reason. Nobody else knows this, but Oddish is 4 feet tall. The bunk bed is perfect. Yeah. I'm Ned and Ted, the old kids book. Which one was tall? Which one was short? Being hot is my least favorite thing. When I'm sleeping, yeah. I like to sleep when it's absolutely freezing. I can get cozy. Anyway. This Friday, 2 nights from now, is the Steam Next Fest, and I am taking submissions for a Next Fest demo wheel. If there is a demo in the Next Fest that you would like a chance of seeing this Friday, use your Dragon Coins to request it. It's first come, first serve, 1 request per game, 1 request per person. If you request something that's already been requested, I'll refund, you can try it again. The list is on Discord right now. You have until the end of tomorrow night's stream to request your game, because I need Friday to vet them and get everything set up and whatnot. But yeah. If your game ends up on the wheel and we play it, and it's the most entertaining game of the evening, that's right, you could be a channel VIP. If you're wondering how people around here are channel VIPs, it's because they've won wheel nights in the past. And if you pick a game and it doesn't get played, don't necessarily despair. I'm hoping on Saturday to do a second Next Fest demo night, this time just of stuff that I want to play. And if you pick something really interesting looking, I'll probably choose to do it of my own accord on Saturday. Okay, that is that topic. That sounds really cool. I haven't been too terribly impressed by Next Fest. There's a lot to sort through this time. I'm actually excited about a lot of stuff that I've seen. So the other thing I want to talk about. Okay, so we're in Discord as a list. It is pinned in the Next Game channel. So check the pins in the Next Game channel. There should be 10 games listed there, I think. I feel like you'll be at least sorely tempted by my suggestion. I was looking through them today. I like the look of that one, Manic. I'm pretty excited to try. I hope that one comes up on the wheel. I'm pretty excited to try it. Definitely in my wheelhouse. Okay, other topic. So, I am leaving for Japan 1 week from tomorrow. So we've got the rest of this week, and then next week I'm gonna be streaming Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday, depending. Drake Nell, did you? Yes, you did. Okay, excellent, good. I just wanted to make sure you did with Dragon Coins. Made it official. So 1 week of Stellaris. That's what I wanted to ask. That's what I wanted to ask. I want you to all to think about it. We're not going to decide anything right now, but I want you to think about this. I don't think I can play through to the end of the game. Let me go ahead and load this up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Games in Stellaris are long. Like, we're playing on a small, we're playing in a small galaxy. Hi, Mara. And it's still a very, very long game, okay? I am definitely, like, 100% not going to be able to complete the Jehetma playthrough before I leave for Japan. So that either means that we need to come back to it after I return from Japan, which I really don't want to do. I'm going to put that out there right now. I'm going to want to do something else when we come back from Japan. Even if I am in the mood for Stellaris when I come back, I'm going to want to start a new empire and not return to this one after being away. You can if you fuck it up. After being away for 2.5 weeks, I'm not going to want to come back to the same playthrough. So I like having this like break in between stuff. So ideally, we should find an endpoint for this playthrough. Now, tonight, I'm hoping to finish conquering the L cluster and rid the galaxy of the threat of the Grey Tempest. I feel like that may be a pretty decent endpoint for our story of the Jehetma. We basically save the galaxy. What happens after that? Who knows? I may keep playing it on my own time or whatever. If you really, 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 really want, I can continue playing Stellaris next week, Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, and we could see what happens. Otherwise, my initial thoughts for next week, if y'all are content ending this playthrough tonight, my thoughts for next week is on Monday, I think I want to stream a night of Space Empires. I did pick up the full Space Empires collection on GOG. I think it could be fun. I definitely want to play Space Empires 4. That's a neat game. I could show you the old Windows 3.1 Space Empires, the one that came before it. We could take a peek at Space Empires 5 if we want. Just similar, you know, another Space 4X, but not starting anything big, just kind of poking at it and seeing what everybody thinks about it. And then on Tuesday, do a Hog Night. We have not done a hidden object game in some time, and I feel like that would be a pretty satisfying send-off before I go to Japan. Additionally, and if we do stream on Wednesday, I can always find something to do on Wednesday. So I'm not going to decide anything right now. I just want you all to think about this. I want you all to keep this in mind while we play tonight. If y'all are satisfied leaving the Jehetma tonight, there's other stuff we can do next week. Or if you are just overwhelmingly invested in this, if you're just loving Stellaris too much, we can continue it next week too. An idea, I don't know if you want to go that way. I was thinking making yourself the Crisis. I don't think that's even possible at this point. We've taken all the Ascension perks except one, and I think Crisis got ruled out by... We're the Galactic Custodian right now, so yeah. I don't think, like, that wouldn't... And also, that wouldn't really be thematically consistent with the way we've been playing this Empire anyway. Like, we're generally good dick people. I mean, you know, opening up the L cluster and dooming a significant section of the galaxy, I mean, that could have happened to anybody. And look, it's all being filled back in. You know, it wasn't a permanent situation or anything like that. It's fine. Everything worked out. But yeah, we're mostly nice Dicklians. You actually grabbed Space Empires thanks to you? Nice. Yeah, Space Empires 4 is fun. Again, I'll just remind everybody, Space Empires 4 is definitely drier than Stellaris. Stellaris's advantage is in its storytelling. And Space Empires 4 doesn't really have that, but mechanically it's very solid. That wasn't you. That could have been anyone driving a hot dog car. So anyway, so here's the deal. We have conquered most, not all, but most of the L cluster. We found their headquarters. It big. Their main station, it has 78,000 power. There are 7 fleets in the system, each with 47k. Our fleets, at present, at full capacity, are around 110, 120k. Not great odds. Maybe it could work. I don't know. Like, these numbers are a bit inflated because we can, like, we just annihilate their interdictors really fast. But I do not want to shove these ships in here just to get them annihilated. So the plan for tonight is to build up our fleets. We're gonna try and build some more advanced ships. We're gonna try and fill out our naval capacity to 500 something. And the goal for tonight is to finish conquering L-space. I'm not too worried about what's going on in the galaxy. I did miss the opportunity to fill in some of this dead space with my own colonies. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I am very content with the empire that I have here. I don't feel the need to expand any further, just because it is getting to be a huge pain in the ass to try and manage all these planets. One thing I'm going to do in my own time is I'm going to experiment more with automation and see if I can't get the game to do stuff for me in sensible ways. Because I would really, really, really like that. But yeah, for now, I'm just... This is... All of this basically exists to just facilitate our fleet building. Need to play the finest of space games, Star Sector. I like AI War. I get my ass kicked all the time. There's too much in AI War. Too much fucking shit. Love to see this play to completion. I get the manual not to be the best. The other thing is, if I remember correctly, games of Stellaris start in 2100 and they end in 2500. Where's the... Victory is currently not possible. It is not possible to win during an ongoing galactic... Wait, the L Gate is a crisis? That's interesting. Anyway, the game ends at 2500. But you keep playing afterwards. Yeah, but that's like the official, like, you win the game point. So, and honestly, like, I'm not looking to win this playthrough. I'm very content with how things have gone. I am very happy to be stewarding a federation of most of the galaxy. Like, it doesn't matter to me that we are number 2 in terms of score because we don't own any subject empires. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm not looking to win this playthrough. I'm looking to enjoy it, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it, so. It's a lot like RimWorld in that respect. You're like, yes, you can win RimWorld. You can get your people off the planet, but that's not really the point. The point is the journey, and holy shit, has this been a journey. So yeah. All right, I've been talking too much. Remember that time you tried one war? I sure do. Oh boy, do I ever. Anyway, shipyard. Okay, so let's see. We got some new stuff. Titans and Juggernauts. The starbase, okay, the starbase needs to be a citadel, and we need Titan assembly yards, colossal assembly yards. So, okay, a Titan is just like a really big battleship, right? Juggernaut is the planet killer, right? So I think we want Titans. I think with Juggernauts, you might want to custom design it since you only get one, okay. All these Diablo 4 streams have got me back into Path of Exile. This game is so great. I want to check out Path of Exile 2 when that comes out. All right, so does that mean you are a... Oh, we need to... Okay, so I don't own any Citadels yet. Juggernaut is gigantic carrier, which also... Oh, okay. The Colossus is... Okay. How the fuck am I supposed to keep this all straight? So Titan is the big battleship. Juggernaut is the carrier. The Colossus is the planet killer. Okay. That's bullshit, man. That's some fucking EVE Online naming right there. Okay, so. Well. Then. Iskander's Pride. I mean, we might as well do it here. It's right here. So let's go ahead and upgrade to a Citadel. It's gonna take like 2.5 years. No sniff the giant ship in Eve is a Titan, thanks. I was suggesting you increase your fleet size by building anchorages in your stations. Yes. Oh, there you are, Titan Assembly Yard. Oh God, that's gonna take like 2 years on its own too. Jesus Christ. Anchorages, unless there's a multiplier on those, anchorages increase naval capacity by 4. So, yeah. Anyway, you're doing stuff. You do stuff. So they couldn't dumb it down enough for you, but Big Ship 1, 2, and 3 doesn't have the same punch. Okay, fair enough. Titan is Executor, has guns and a passive aura. Juggernaut, 2 portable stars, shipyards and a different aura. Colossus, plant killer with no fighting capability. Okay. Wait, the bugs have claimed terminal egress. Okay. This is the other thing. If I keep playing this, I'm going to go to war with the bugs. I'm going to go to war with the bugs, and I don't know if that's going to end well or not. But that would be a whole nother ball of wax, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that. We were working on a mega structure, but that's going to be a lot more. We need our alloys for other things. All right, terminal egress. No, Iskander. Iskander is where I'm building that. Terminal egress is resupplying the fleet. I guess.
Construction complete.
Okay, I built a bunch of stuff, buddy. You're not gonna like how that ends for you. All right. I guess maybe we can go for this last system.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
All right. Predictive consumerism. Neat. Jump drive. This is apparently dangerous technology. The jump drive shreds the local space-time continuum, rearranges on a quantum level to be identical to that of the target destination. Thus, the ship appears to be near instantly jump from system to system. Sure, I like danger. Construction complete reminds you of Command and Conquer. That's fair. That is eminently fair. All right, so that science ship's never coming back, I guess. Let's get in position. Oh, no, he is coming back. He definitely thought better of that. You might not want to check that other one, champion. Use that to shred your enemies, the jump drive. Totally shred, bruh.
Evading heretics.
Looks like there's one fleet in the Voon system. All right. Let's bring him in. Yeah, it looks like we're down 1 cruiser. I mean, we're about to be down more, but it's fine. Everything's fine. In Command and Conquer and all here's we got the rockets.
Engaged.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. All right, we did it. We lost a destroyer, 2 corvettes, 3 frigates, 5 frigates, 4 corvettes, 2 destroyers. Okay, not bad. Not bad, also known as good. Nobody Saves the World is now 50% off on Steam. Nice. Nice. All right, anyway, Mr. Science Ship. Mr. Science Ship, I have need of you. Survey the Voon system. You get in position. Voon. All right, Iskander's gonna be a while. Iskander's also not doing anything at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and start building more battleships. Well, Voon's got nanites. I think it doesn't make my MBS happy as you now have your race be indeterminate. Oh, cool. That's great. That's really cool. Who's idle? I'm gonna keep you around.
The
Feel like
spirits
we
have
might
granted
need
us
you.
new wisdom.
Psionic shields, neat. I like psionic shield. I like psionic things. Here, do these tile blockers. I don't even care. Big ol' whatever. Who wants more to do? You do. Here. Have
System
some
survey complete.
Hey, that's interesting. You're not even building those anymore. Here, have a mine and then have alloy foundries. And is there an alloy foundry I can upgrade somewhere? You're a mega forge. You're a mega forge. I want more mega forges. You need moats, right? Do we have moats? We're great on moats. Mega forge. I should be that guy that plays the Githyanki. What's up, Shadows? Good to see you. I'm doing YouTuber videos. I'm making City Skyline City is as awful as possible, still being successful and kind of dying at them, making the only road to leave the city a toll road. Senate is now in session. I don't care what they're talking about. They can do whatever they want. I'm busy. The silly Bahavdin thinks they're gonna get Voon. They are not getting Voon. Voon is mine. Voon belongs to me. Wait, why are you not in this ship? Here, assist research. Be helpful. I can actually. I can. Once we claim the system, I have to claim the system, right? Yeah. Once I claim the system, I call it whatever the fuck I want.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Spirits have granted us tile blocking. Oh, selected lineage. Oh wait, ship build speed, ship upkeep. Yes, that. We don't need selective lineage. We have an immortal god king. It's fine. Everything is fine. What are you idiots voting on? What do we do? What? Made first contact with the Stellaris aliens in the Nithascal system. That's right. We have there's 3 first contact events I could be doing right now that I'm just not because I don't care. I'm trying to remember where this was, and I don't even remember now. Oh, did you? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying any attention. You finished. Here, claim the system in the name of Mars. You hang out, Aresta. Why have you broken out? What's your problem? Are you being dicks now? Did the Uri decide they don't like us anymore? Everybody else likes us. What's your fucking problem? Oh no, they like us. They like us just fine. Relations. Oh, border friction and incompatible ethics seems to be hurting things. So it seems like we've actually jumped up to be the most powerful faction in the game, which is cool. Which is cool. Such a struggle every couple of months. There's some big list of changes. Yeah, I don't know how people manage to keep up with this game. All right, we have a new fleet. Chat, what do you want to call the new fleet? This one is presumably going to include our Titans. Lately, I've not been wanting to game until it's 2 hours before bed. What did you all want?
Spaceborne creature encountered.
Nice. Repeal advanced Xeno studies, leaving astral studies. Enhance the effectiveness of the solar starter base upkeep. What is? Do we like that? We like this. We like this. We're doing this. Whatever. Swole arm. I'm gonna name it Stonks.
Construction complete.
How about that? Stronk arm. All right, Iskanders is now a citadel. 20 days. 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Who's that?
An alien empire now speaks to us in
No,
the language of the divine.
No, they don't.
Construction
Shut up.
complete.
Alright, so it is under here. Okay, so Titan Assembly Yard is gonna take a while. So that'll enable Titan construction. And then we'll just queue up a bunch of Titans.
Encountered.
Oh, okay, she's just giving the wrong callouts for things now. Ancient Pulse Armor. Sure, why not? Well, since you're not doing anything else, here, let's build some more battleships then. Stonks is going to be a really scary fleet, I think. Shin Gojira again. I love that movie so much. Shin is the best Gojira because he's so fucking weird. Could we do... on the one hand, I'm kind of near Starbase capacity. On the other hand... Fuck it. Oh! The Shroud. The Shroud speaks to us, chat. Could this be where everything began? Oh, hello. Jet Prime, the vision is hazy and indistinct, but there can be no question it is Jet Prime, our capital. The great cities look different yet familiar, even though through the obscuring wall of flames and smoke. Thousands, no, millions of mutilated bodies litter the streets, all of them Jehetma. The stench of decay is unbearable. Your future. Nothing living remains in the ruins. In the sky above, massive orbital installations, trailing smoke had begun a slow and inevitable descent towards the planet. Are we witnessing one possible future out of many? Not one of many. It shall come to pass. As surely as the sun rises, it is your destiny. The vision ends as quickly as it began, leaving behind a miasma of swirling psychic energies. Let's increase our happiness. All those dicks, silence. Let's channel energies into an avatar. We have another avatar. The last mindbender. Wait, you're a what? You're a ship? Oh my god! What the fuck? This is awesome. This thing is super cool. I haven't seen the psionic avatar. We haven't gotten one. Our other psionic avatar is a ground force. Well, we're gonna need you over here, buddy. Is it a Protoss Archon?
Construction complete.
Usually a thing you have to fight in random systems. Well, they're mine now. 16,000 power on his own.
Ready.
Cool. Higher purpose. Sonic supremacy. Also, we can have a lot more edicts. I don't know where this edicts fund came from, but holy shit. I think we'll do research subsidies. Yeah, that's fine. We're pretty good in Unity at the moment. In fact, I could basically just enable everything. We've got so much additional Unity. Edict that gives you Mega Structures build speed. Well, we have nanite actuators. Hang on, can we do nanite actuators? We're doing nanite actuators too. Doesn't look like the Mega Structure one is here. Shinnor have been open. You know what? I want to do a mega corporation game next. I want to learn how mega corporations work. I'm fascinated by the Shinnor like opening up all these franchises in our empire. Like that's honestly kind of neat.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Pulse armor. Farms, habitability, pop speed. Sure. Also, the other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna upgrade Aresta to a starport, just so I can build some shipyards here and do upgrades and whatnot in the area. Are y'all talking about StarCraft? I like the StarCraft 1 campaign well enough. I never finished. I don't like playing as a Protoss is my problem. I just did not enjoy playing as the Protoss. So I never finished. It's a shame it's the last and most challenging campaign out of that. And then I have StarCraft 2 and I never played it. We're getting into repeating tech now. Can't play any RTS games on. We're gonna stream an RTS when I get back at some point. Should do StarCraft 2 is actually pretty fun. I mean, I still have it. It's there. It exists.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Titan hull points. Good. Look at all these missiles and things. Seven Kingdoms 2 would be hilarious. I think I have that. I think people requested it a long time ago, and I actually have that. Which we can do.
Construction complete.
Good. Give me a pair of shipyards and then crew quarters. Tiberian Sun, I freaking love that game. I don't understand why it doesn't get more love. I didn't. If you're curious why it didn't get more love, I didn't like that game. I didn't like the way the campaign played out. So the difficulty, for me, the difficulty curve in Tiberian Sun is even rougher than in the original game. And it ended up being a very frustrating experience for me. If you ever think about playing a Total War game, there's some bangers. I feel like I've kind of fallen out of the Total War franchise. Like, I love the old Total War games. Like, I love the original Shogun. I love the original Shogun, and I love the original Rome. The last one I played seriously was Medieval 2. And I wasn't great at it. I've tried to play Shogun 2 and I can't come to grips with it. I've tried to play Total Warhammer or Total Warhammer 2, one of them.
Granted us new wisdom.
And I'm no good at that either. So, yeah, I think I may have, wow. Ship firing rate? Yes, please. Sure, we'll start researching autocannons, why not? Play Endless Legend for a good civvy experience. CNC 3 was also fun. Really enjoyed playing Nod in general for the story and see Kane ham it up in the dramatic. There's 4 mainline CNC games, right?
Encountered.
They did eventually make 4 CNCs, right? All this is to say, we may do a Total War game at some point. I have discovered that streaming games is a really, really good way for me to learn how something works. What did we finish? Oh, Marath? Oh shit, here we go. Oh no, not Marath, Iskander. Titan! Titan acts pensive. Ship size is 16. Oh, the same as our psionic avatar. Okay, cool. Hang on one sec. Shocking, I'm gonna find my favorites in 40k were Chaos and Tyranids. No. Like Imperial Guard. I'm waiting to have enough money.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
So I can crank out a bunch of these all at once. Amazing. Autocannons. Rippers, Marauders, Habitability. Sure. What is this design gonna look like, actually? Hang on one sec. It's not fleet management. Is it? Ship designer? So that's what our cruisers look like. Man, these really look like EVE Online ships. These really look like the drone people. What are they called? Starts with a T? Shit. Battleship's really cool looking. Somebody here played EVE Online and you remember the names of the factions. Ooh, Titans look cool. Oh, Titans look really cool. I love this. All right. And Titans are apparently Ancient Ruination Glare and Large Ancient Macro Battery. Oh, I get it. The Large Ancient Macro Batteries strip their shields, and then the Ruination Glare just obliterates them. I mean, it really obliterates them. Damage 5,000 to 10,000. Galente, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I didn't start with a T. My dumbass.
The spirits have granted
You remember
us
the
new
Titans,
wisdom.
excellent. Good for you. Okay, let's do it. Scander's Pride, I charge you with construct. Oh, fuck me. Oh, our Empire can only support 3 Titan-sized ships. Oh, okay. Like, ever? I want more. Well, shit, I guess we'll just have to build more battleships. Womp womp. I mean, it's gonna take how long to build them? And it's gonna take... This one last port could build 4 more battleships. Well, you're gonna build 3 for now. You're really not optimizing, you can make 3 variants that have different Rs. Nah, it's okay. All we're really trying to do is clear out the, this should be enough firepower to clear out this last bit.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Alloy nanoplants sound cool.
Evading heretics.
Whoa, what? They're actually breaking free? Whoa.
Mining station martyred.
Wow. Of all the things he could have attacked, he attacked a mining station. No, 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 no. Come back, idiot. Come back, idiot.
Construction complete.
All right. Arresta Station now has 2 shipyards. I'm gonna have you move back for repairs. I'm gonna have you move here for repairs.
The spirits have granted us
And then
new
we'll
wisdom.
upgrade them as soon as we get the chance. Upgrade capital buildings? Yes. Throw one more battleship on the pile.
Heretic fleet detected.
Whoa, this keeps happening! How does this keep... What are they doing? These idiots are just streaming through one at a time. Like, why would you do this?
Mining station martyred.
Who did we lose? Oh, we lost the science ship that was in this system. Alright, well, fuck. That was great.
Construction complete.
Well, I mean, they may
One
end
of
up...
our stations is beset
Okay,
by
apparently
enemies.
they've just decided to make this easy on us. They're just gonna come one at a time. I can't believe... Oh my god, are they really firing this entire volley?
Construction ship martyred.
Wow, okay. Well, too bad for you idiots. I have shipyards right here. Dumb motherfuckers. Alright, anyway. Fine, we're gonna park these fleets. I said
The spirits have
we're gonna
granted
park
us
these
new
fleets
wisdom.
here. And we're gonna take these guys down one at a time, I guess. Oh my god, I think I might be almost done with the physics tree. So, well, yeah, we'll do these dumb old techs. Yeah, let's increase metallurgist output. The only Dawn of War 1 thing I have on Steam is Soulstorm. Everything else I bought at CompUSA. I like you can't assign a person to construction ship because nobody wants to admit to being trading. Oh, I was thinking about something today, chat. I've been thinking about the upcoming Star Trek Stellaris game a lot, Star Trek Infinity. And I realized the Raxacodians, I don't think we like the Raxacodians. No, I don't like them, they don't like us. The bugs are now inferior to us. Yeah, get fucked, bugs. I'm gonna vote no on this. And I was thinking about things that I want them to do different. And I thought of something really important that I hope they do differently for the Star Trek game. I feel like in a Star Trek game... Whoa, Federation Associated ended. Oh. Okay. So they're not associated. That's fine. I don't like them anyway.
Granted us new wisdom.
In Star Trek, the individual ships are very, very important. And in Stellaris, they aren't. Like, look, this is our fleet. This is our massive, massive fleet. Like, they have names, but they're all randomly generated. I guess technically, I can go in here. Yes, okay, I can go in and rename each individual ship, but on the scale that combat happens in this game, there's no point. There's no point to me doing that. I'm hoping for Star Trek Infinite, I'm hoping they scale down the size of fleet stuff. I hope your individual ships, you can't afford that, they're all gonna be Miranda classes. I hope that the individual ships are more important. And I hope they each have their own captains. Cause I mean, it's Star Trek, right? Like, it'd be really, really weird if they have characters like Kirk or Cisco or Janeway, but like you assign them to be like, you know, fleet admirals or planetary governors or something, you know? So I'm hoping that's one thing that they do, is they make each individual ship more important rather than just having like a giant mass of like Excelsiors and Galaxy class that you're constantly cycling through. Next, Star Trek captains can help you win t-shirts. New Star Trek game give you access to more than humans, Klingons, or Romulans. I'm sure it's going, yeah. Like, they're gonna let you play as pretty much whatever major Star Trek species, and I'm sure there's gonna be DLC that's gonna continue to expand it over time. What era of Trek? So, hang on, we'll just have to, hang on. Let me make this easy for you. There you go, look at that. That will answer most, if not all, of your questions, I guess. Not easy enough. But yeah, they've already said that they want to kind of scale down some aspects of Stellaris to make it more accessible. And I'm really hoping as part of that they're gonna scale down the size of fleet stuff. Because like you think about stuff that happens in like old Trek, like during Kirk's era, fleet engagements were like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 ships, weren't they? During Next Generation, like the Battle of Wolf 359, wasn't that like a couple dozen ships or something that got murked by a Borg cube? And that was like a big fucking deal. That was like a huge chunk of the Federation fleet right there. I just want to feel my fleets of D10s and Birds of Prey for Kronos. It definitely looks like it. Create penal colony. Dude, we're doing what now? They said penal. Yeah, and then we have the Dominion War, and the Dominion War is a lot more. Admittedly, the Dominion War is much more Stellaris-like, where you have a bunch of nameless, like, Galaxy class and Excelsiors and Defiant class and whatnot, just getting blowed up all over the place. Google says 40 ships. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. So yeah, I'm really hoping that there will be a focus on individual ships. And I feel like there kind of has to be, because Trek has always had a focus on the individual ships. Starfleet lost 39 ships at Wolf 359. Fuck you, Dave. Hard to top Dave on nerd shit. I'm gonna warn you right now. Have you ever been about the new self-identified Twitch ad bucket content categories? The what? Are you talking about the content stuff?
Have granted us
wow, rude. But Star Wars, they blew up a mega weapon with about 30 ships. Star Wars is whatever. Star Wars does whatever it wants. Star Wars is dumb as it wants to do. Whoa, more Titan hull points? Oh, I really should research Habitat Worlds. Fine, fuck it. I'll research Habitat Worlds. I like mega things. How are we doing? Titans, we're 2/3 of the way there on Titans. Okay, we're in orbit here. Let's upgrade. Let's perform some upgrades here at Aresta. Empires have to be able to field fleets, so no Ferengi. I didn't even notice if that did anything. Okay, fleets have been fully repaired. That's good. We also need to reinforce these fleets.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Spirits are really fucking cool. Tracking implants. Mandatory. Ooh, devolving beam. Colossal mind-wiping cannon which unleashes a planet-wide wave of energy, returning most sentient life to a pre-sapient state. Engineers estimate with additional tuning it might also be used to wipe clean memory banks and disable robot units. That's cool. These tracking implants sound like shit. Let's devolve some people. This is basically the gun from the original Super Mario Brothers movie, and I'm here for it. Especially if it looks like a giant super scope. I say let's do it. Have you get a Voyager in the game so I can have it aimlessly drift around space looking for anything to do, just like the show? I mean, I feel like the science ships in this game are kind of... how'd you end up there? I feel like the science ships in this game are kind of based on Voyager. The way they travel far and wide and find anomalies and look for coffee and nebulas or whatever. I don't know if they actually do that last part, but I like to pretend that they do. Yeah, I would like to devolve the bugs. Devolving the bugs would be extremely satisfying. I guess while we're sitting here, we can also have you do that.
Our ships have been improved.
Good, our ships have been improved, chat. Is anyone gonna see Indiana Jones that depends adult game? No, I'm not. They got me once with Crystal Skull. I'm not falling for it again. I love Indiana Jones, but goddamn, they should have ended after Last Crusade. called The Last Crusade, for Christ's sake. Something speaks to us here, something wonderful. Ooh, weapon strength. Yay! Ship weapons damage plus 20%. Score. I love it. Crystal Skull was trash, yeah. If I hear good things about it, I'll watch it. I don't expect to hear good things about it. Is the short version, really.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Come on, Titans. Titan. What I'm hearing is you can have a target for the new Colossus, which you can use to help crush them with your superior fleets, yes. Land my head in Vegetarian, reach my hand over, snap my fingers and shit.
Encountered.
That's pretty funny, Fury. Code breaking. We'll get the arc emitter at some point, but I don't think it matters. I think our ancient ruination beam is probably more important. Better, gooder. This fleet's gonna be gross. This fleet's gonna be really, really nasty. Oh, 92% on our Titans, chat. I'm so excited. I believe the term is most goodest. Ah, yes. Yes, of course. And then let's reinforce you two.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Hooray! What is this? Admiral Burgak has drawn up plans for a major fleet exercise that involve a substantial portion of our navy. The location they've chosen for these maneuvers is the Marquaz system, which is close to the border of the Uri Imperium. Uri may see this as a major provocation. We cancel the exercise. Our military will consider it a sign of weakness. After all, Marquaz was special projects. Or we lose unity and we're busy, goddammit. Who approved this? Who said you could do this? I'm not going to Marquaz. Cancel the exercise. Fuck this shit. Report to my office immediately. Turn in your badge. You're a loose cannon. What a bunch of bullshit. Report to the airlock immediately. All right, wow. Wowie, wow. Oh, goddamn, chat. Look at this shit. They're so thick. Big, thick boys. Here, take these suckers out. Oh, yes. I hate the way they clump up, but you know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. 8, goddamn. So we have another 100,000 power right here. 200 some thousand power. I am pretty confident we got this. Let's move them into position. Let's end this. Also, where are we in terms of galactic power? Yeah, we're pretty good. Played Jump Odyssey. It really feels like a mashup of 2 Point Hospital and FTL. That sounds amazing. I love both of those games. 2 Point Hospital and that. Pan-Galactic Recycling Initiatives. No, I don't want this. Fuck you. This is stupid. What is the rest of doing? Frigates, destroyers. Give us a new construction ship too. Presentation is perfect. Nice. Oh, Stonks could use an admiral. Who's on the council right now? Ministry of Defense. Oh, naval capacity. Yeah, we're not replacing that. Ship weapon range. We want Elgathum. There we go. Sonic Avatar, I'll be fine with that one. All right, chat. I think it's time. I think it's time. We proceed with the largest fleet the galaxy has ever known. big Chungus fleet. All right, chat, here we go. What? I don't give a shit. I really don't. All right. Warp.
Heretic fleet engaged.
Boom. All right, what are we up against? We're up against it all, chat. It's fighty time. All right, well okay. So we can disintegrate these fleets extremely quickly now. That's good. 2 of them are already down.
Council agenda available.
Oh man, we do go pretty fast though. Whoa! Our forces are succeeding in destroying the main facility of the Great Tempest. With the neutralization of its subspace transmitter, all existing Tempest nanomachines have been rendered inert. Unable to maintain their cohesion, their ships are dissolved into nothingness. Any planets that were covered by Tempest Grey goo are now home to enormous swirling dust storms consisting of nothing but disabled nanites. With time and resources, these worlds could possibly be made habitable once again. Nanite worlds can now be terraformed in any standard planet class if basic technological requirements are met. We did it, chat. We did it. We've saved the galaxy. Oh, that was just some random... That was just some poor random destroyer that got sucked in. Okay, anyway. Tag it and bag it. Survey the system. Get in here. Still devolve and squish the bugs before we go. We saved the galaxy from the hubris of curiosity. All right, let's get our fleets back to... I'm gonna send them back to Iskander's Pride. There they can repair, rebuild. Sebian raiding HQ to raid out of the L gates? Yes. We own the L gates now. Oh my god, an anomaly. One of the small moonless orbiting this gas giant has been identified as a promising mining site. Yeah, so we own the L cluster now. This is ours, which means we can jump directly into bug space, or the X-94 singularity, which I guess the bugs are also going to claim that now that the nanites are gone. I think there was probably a fleet camping that. Yeah, go ahead and survey that all you want. You ain't getting it. Or I mean, you don't even have a construction ship in the area. Hi Manic, what's up? Warning beacon outside the... Well, it's over. It's destroyed. They no longer exist. We don't have to warn them. We live here now. We own it. Craxima 2 is a particularly peculiar gas giant. Our knowledge of astrophysics tells us the planet should have a planetary ring, yet it doesn't. Causes it became apparent after our science ship took a closer look at the intriguing moon. The planet is surrounded by shepherd moons, all incredibly rich in minerals and accumulating more every year. We could blast the moons with precise and controlled explosions and harvest them, or keep them inside the ring zone and harvest the space debris they accrue. Good things come to those who wait. I'm Shepherd Moon and I approve this message. How long is it gonna take anyway? Not too long. Chat, we've done it. We've saved the galaxy. I am so proud of us and everything we've accomplished here. We did it.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
The spirits just keep granting us new shit. The Galactic Stock Exchange? Sure. What's going on here? Can you close the L gates to anyone else? No, I don't believe I have control over them. Which is why you keep seeing people pop in here from all over the place.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Terraforming candidate. Oh, because it's a nanite world. Okay. Gross. Arc emitter obtained. Focused arc emitters, sure. Actually, did find the dead space Easter eggs in Elite Dangerous. To close your borders, your enemies. So there's something going on here because we are.
System survey complete.
I think because we're the custodian of the galaxy, everything is open to us. Like, even the bugs who fucking hate us from the very depths of their souls, their borders are open to us. So I think by the same token, I don't think we can close our borders to anyone. Which, I'm kind of okay with this. We've been insulted by the bugs. Who cares? Supposedly their fleet power is equivalent. I'm not sure I buy that. So there's a new Star Siege. There's a what? How the fuck is there a new Star Siege? All right. Well, I don't know what you feel like doing. I'm just gonna send him out into the galaxy to kind of just do whatever the fuck he feels like. He's apparently gonna go to this system, the Hades system.
Construction complete.
Yes, we love this service and we'd like to continue it. You look at the victory. Oh yeah, I can look at the victory conditions now. So yeah, January 1st, 2500, the Belmacossan Covenant will win the game. Will win the game. So yeah, the game is going to run until 2500. And when the game starts at 2100, right, chat? And it's 2378 right now. So a full playthrough would just take fucking ages. This game is doing my head in. It's a lot. It's absolutely a lot to take in. I don't blame you. I guess now we can pay attention to the rest of our empire. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of trade value that I'm leaving on the table.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Are the bugs are not in our federation. I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion that... Okay, so the Raxacodiums are their vassal. They've declared us and the Belmacossans their rivals. The Belmacossans consider them their rivals. They have dealings with the Yaxkalak. They have closed their borders to the Belmacossans, the Chinor, the Hessakrins, the Bahavdans, the Bilnox, the other Bahavdans. They have they are the target of Casus Belli from the Belmacossans, the Hessakrins, the Bahavdans, the Bilnox, and the other Bahav. So I think pretty much our Federation hates them. As far as I know, our Federation basically... There's kind of two factions in the galaxy now. There's the Harmonious Commonwealth, which is us, the Belmacossans, the Chinor, the Hessakrins, the Bahavdans, the Bilnox. And then there's the bugs and their allies. I think that's it. I think that's basically where we're at. So many made-up words. So many made-up words. So the question at this point is really, do we want to start a galactic war? That's what it comes down to. There are three superpowers in the galaxy. Us, the Belmacossans, who are our allies, and the bugs, who we all hate. Wipe the stars clean. Oh my god. I don't remember what fleet you're supposed to be in, but you can be in this one, I guess. All right, anyway, yeah, you need to be repaired.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I think, okay, we lost a battleship out of this one. Okay, first things first. First things first. We're gonna start working on this. We're gonna start working on our mega shipyard. That will change things significantly. All right, you are being restored. You require a lot. What do you require? We'll reinforce that fleet. So much of this shit just does not matter. Yeah, we somehow got really far ahead on physics. Society tech, we have like we've had a huge advantage on society tech for the entire game because of our civics and stuff that we've found. But for some reason, like, we're the furthest ahead on physics. And I don't really get that. How close is the L gate to the bug's home planet? Homeworld doesn't really make that big of a difference. As far as I know, their homeworld is right on our border. I think Vidranx. I think Vidranx is their homeworld. I think.
Construction complete.
So I think if we really wanted to be awful, we would put claims on their border systems, steal their homeworld, and then see what they made. Wow, this is the Serene Bilnock Mandate right in the middle. That's pretty fucked. Now their fleets are big. I'm not gonna lie. Our fleets are bigger because all their fleets basically cap out at around 25,000, but they have more of them. That's the main issue. Well, let's get it. First things first, we need to get all of our ships back in shape. Back in ship shape. What? Yeah. I think we wanted that to fail. I think I voted against that. I don't know, dude. Oh, oh shit, we're gonna need these too. Hang on. Let me pull the transport fleet back to Jahet, because we're gonna need ground fleets as well if we're gonna do planetary invasions. The attack of your Federation also adds to your power. Just taunt the bugs like the French and the Holy Grail. We could send them.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
The hell is all this you're trying to tell me here? Oh, sorry, I always get confused about that. The way reinforcing fleets works. Fleet command limit.
Spaceborne creature encountered.
Okay, Stonks is back up to full capacity.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
The Belmacossans wish to remove the Hesicran Citizen Alliance from the Federation? Really? The Belmacossans and the Chinor want them out. No, the Space Amoeba died a long time ago, unfortunately. Why are we removing the Hesicrans? Wait, they're kicking their own vassal out? What? I'm gonna say no. Not without a fucking explanation. I'm keeping your vassal in. Yeah, it failed. Because I'm cool like that.
System survey complete.
Wow, we're actually surveying shit. It's crazy to think. All right, how are we doing here? I think I'm gonna go ahead and move. I'm gonna go ahead and move our fleets up. The quickest way to get our Titan fleet to the border with the bugs is through bug territory. Sure, why not? Fuck it. The fourth X in 4X stands for extremely stupid. Armstrong is, I think, being reinforced right now.
Spaceborne creature encountered.
Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, I think we were. Yeah,
encountered.
we got a cruiser on the way. Okay, so that'll be Armstrong ready. Absolutely nothing untoward happening here. Corpse of dead Jahetma tumbles through the void ahead. Give me increased sensor range. Curse bestowed! Powerful psychic backlash is bounced back through a conduit with the shroud and the communal sonic link that is shared between all Jahetma. For some reason, this has a detrimental effect on birth rates. This even affected members of race without any inherent psych ability. Wow, that's actually great. It's kind of really annoying to try and manage our population, so you know what? Good on ya. The biggest dick energy. Sure, we need a couple of those. All right, anyway, I think I want them reinforced with this cruiser. It's on the way, I think. Oh, no, it's here. Okay. So now that Armstrong is here, we'll send Armstrong to, I don't know, Toroville. And we can basically see everything that they have, too. So this is the other thing is, at this point, I'm not sure how feasible war is here.
System survey complete.
Because of the Elgate situation.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
We would be fighting on so many fronts is the thing. Like, because here's the thing. 3 Elgates in the galaxy. We have Iskander's Pride. The bugs have X94. I know they haven't claimed it, but the bugs have X941. And they have Yanox. I just had a really dumb idea. I need to borrow you for a second. Maybe they won't have X941. They don't realize what happened here. Yeah, and build a citadel there. Well, the way, okay, here's the actual way it works. Like, this isn't even necessarily necessary, though I'm gonna do it. Because yeah, I would have to build terminal egress. So 3 L gates: Iskander's Pride, X941, and Yanox Maw. If you enter any of these three L gates, you end up in terminal egress. And then from terminal egress, you can go back to any of the 3. So to prevent things from getting completely fucked, I would need to hold basically all the L gates. The easiest thing to do would be to lock down terminal egress, so then it doesn't matter who goes in, because they would get caught up there.
Spaceborne creature encountered.
But as it stands, what I can do, because I would need to rebuild the terminal egress shipyards, and I prefer it stay shipyards, because that's actually a pretty handy place for those. Are they really gonna let me do this? I think they're really gonna let me do this.
Construction complete.
Bahovden has been chosen the new president. Good for them. Good for them, I say. Yes, we now own X941. So let's do. So this has to be massive now. Now the other drawback, the other thing to consider, and I found this out the hard way in one of the games I played myself. If your enemies take a starbase, they don't destroy it, they control it. So if I build like the ultimate like big Chungus star citadel here, and they do manage to overcome it, then I would need to be able to beat it as well. We did it. We've reached repeatable tech for physics and sapient combat simulations. I'm not taking this one. We don't believe in this horse shit. I'm gonna go for damage. We're just gonna keep making our ships tougher and stronger and angrier. Meanwhile, it's gonna be expensive to reinforce this fleet, but we're gonna do it. Up your Navy cap and toss a few fleets to sit there, like fuck around and find out. Yeah.
Construction complete.
I mean, yeah, our fleets are gonna be pretty formidable. Stonks is 80,000. Armstrong is 50 something. Our allies are no slouches either. Like the Belmacassins are pretty strong as well. So basically, if I build the starbase up down here at X941,
the spirits have granted.
I think I probably won't need to worry about it, because I don't think they have. I could probably just take all of this. I could probably lay claims to all of this.
Construction complete.
In the prelude to war. You'll eventually prevail against the bugs with your allies, and the game will tip over the inevitable win. Spirit is weak with the flesh is out of shape and kind of icky, you need to bed down. Well, thanks for coming out, Manic. It was great to see you. I don't think I'm gonna go particularly late tonight. We're just kind of laying some groundwork and stuff, but I think in terms, unless people are really hard up about this, I think in terms of streaming, I think we're probably done with the Jehetma. I will probably continue this game in my own time to its official conclusion, but I think as far as streaming goes, we've probably seen what we need to see. Yeah, I feel like we've won. Really. And if I wanted to be assured of it, I just wouldn't do anything for the next century. Because we are in extremely good shape at the moment. It's a moral victory, if nothing else. The Belmacassin Covenant has vanquished an ancient threat in the distant Chaleb system. I think this was the... Oh, I think that was the... that was the Elder Drake, yeah. They killed that thing. There's another one somewhere. Oh, the Stellarite Devourer over here. What are we thinking for the last few pre-vacation streams? So, if tonight is the last Stellaris stream, I'm thinking Monday will be Space Empires. Let's take a look at maybe all 5 of the Space Empires games and discuss the feasibility of doing a playthrough of 1 or more of those when I return. And then on Tuesday, do a Hog Night, because it's been a while since we last did a Hidden Object game night. And then if I do stream on Wednesday, just whatever I'm feeling. You know how it be. You mentioned that my 2 megabytes of memory got filled up in another tab. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'd love to see the Crisis Fleet finally show up. Who knows when, if that'll happen. Yeah, I mean, it could be another half century before that happens. Easily. And by then, if we do go to war with the bugs and win, I mean, we would just be... Us and our Federation would just be completely dominant. So... Yeah, I feel like we've kind of hit the same place that we hit when we played Alpha Centauri, where the win is inevitable, but it's gonna be a long and kind of tedious road to get there. Yeah, we talked about it when we played Alpha Centauri, and I feel like it still holds true here, where it's hard to make the late game of 4X's interesting, I think. Unless I go out of my way to cause problems, it's just, you know. What's this? First stage of our mega shipyard is now complete. A vast framework awaits the installation of the manufacturing bays, which wanted to make the facility the shipbuilding capital of the galaxy. All right. I like hangar bays. I like ancient shield overchargers, and I like upgrading the star holds. Share screenshots of the Great Bug War and the Crisis Fleet, at least. I mean, it's also the case where I could play this in my own time, and if something really interesting happens, I could go back to streaming it. Like, I could play like 50 years of boring bullshit. I could prosecute the war on the bugs if it's not very interesting.
Transmission.
And then when the crisis shows up, if it's really wild, I could be like, holy God, you need to see this. This is not the Chinnor. Is the Chinnor being run by a different species now? That's interesting. Oh, this guy. I forgot about this guy. You're down there. There was a thingy I needed you to do. I needed you to put this mining station back. What's going on here? What are you guys doing here? What are these Chinnor? Are the Chinnor at war with somebody? No. Nobody is at war. The galaxy is at peace. But I do think it's really interesting how the galaxy is basically bisected. You can automate your construction ships to seek out things to do. Can you? Oh. Yeah, automatic construction. Okay. Let's see what they feel like doing. Nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Council shits, whatever. Is strong arm? Strong arm is not quite there yet. All right, we are gonna need a mega shipyard core at some point. Oh, it's here. It's here in the outliner. Nice. Great. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna learn more about automating shit in this game and trying to get it to where I like it. All right, strong arm is back up to capacity. Let's see. I love doing that. I find it very, very funny to do that. Let's see if we can finish this megastructure. Actually. So this is our mega shipyard right here. It's really cool looking. Fair. Ascension theory. So that's how you get the last ascension perk, huh? I think you'll be at war with the bugs within a decade. How does it work if you're... How does it work if you are the galactic steward or whatever the hell it is I am? Like, I feel like if they declare war on me, that's gonna piss a lot of people off, right? Jesus, look at all these ships. Good sir, that is a lot of ships. The bugs... Oh, I think the bugs destroyed the, yeah. The Stellarite, I think. Designate person set to defend the galaxy from extragalactic threats. Oh, so that's pretty much it. Not much beyond that. The Raxacodium have closed their board. So the Raxacodiums say they closed their borders to us, but they haven't. They can apparently say whatever they want, but we don't give a shit. How you doing on construction here, champ? You know, it's funny. We're actually kind of running out of energy for once. We've finally built so much shit. I remember what gameplay impact that has, though. Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, even if you did remember, like, it may have changed over time, so it's like, whatever. I guess I might as well start using some of my influence. So we got our fleets in position. More or less. Demon's Maw is a cool looking system.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
More tight. Whoa, synthetics. Synthetic. Yeah, that sounds like trouble waiting to happen. We'll do the cheap shit.
System survey complete.
So let's do some claims. Start with that. Piss them off just a little bit, just as a treat. What do our friends in the Shroud want to say? Fleeting moment, we're lost. I like ship speed. We got yeeted out. Oh well, nevertheless. What is this? Minor research sanctions? Empires have been denounced and empires in breach of galactic law. Nobody cares about this. Nobody gives a shit about this. Fuck off. Go away. Shut up. Shut your face holes.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Battleship hulls. Actually, you know what? I guess one of our fleets. Because the Scanders is... I mean, this is a pretty strong starbase, to be fair. They got a bunch of shipyards. Let's do a hangar bay and a rampart. Let's make this one a bit more defensive. And I probably do need to base one of my fleets out of here, just to make sure they don't do anything stupid. Or we could... I could just... What the hell is... Wait,
Construction
what is this?
complete.
Ion cannon. Holy shit, what the hell is this? I don't know what it is, but I want one. In fact, I want two. It's a Titan grade weapon for your fucking defense as a defense platform? Oh my god. Also, I almost forgot, Beta Corvi has Penn Island 2, which is like one of our most powerful defense platforms. So yeah. You can fire anywhere in the system. That's cool. Well, we're gonna have a couple of Iskanders now. Actually, you know what? Iskanders can just build their own defense fleet. Why the hell not? Let's just start on another fleet out here. Meanwhile, everybody else can hang out over here. And as we build up more influence, I can claim more of the bugs.
Complete.
I'm thinking in terms of claims. Like I start with these three, and then just claim everything over here. And ideally, in the first war we have with them, we take these two systems, we camp out like 2 fleets here and here, because these have really strong stations. And then have a third fleet, like a smaller detachment, just go, well, we need to break these, but just go through and like claim all this stuff. Just be a real fucker about it. Out of curiosity, if I did want to declare war, I could propose that they become our subjects. I'm sure they would love that. If we declared war on them, we basically only claim. And yes, this would be a galactic civil war. This would be our entire federation versus the bugs, their 2 vassals, and their defensive partners. So that's exciting. Also. We would have to vote on war. I realize. We couldn't just go to war. We'd have to propose it to the Federation, and they would vote on it. Also, I can finish my mega shipyard pretty soon.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
We got a new Federation level. What do we have now? Grants access to Holy Covenant trade policy, grants greater unity conversion. Yeah, I think we're probably okay on unity at the moment. Planetary ascension effects, planetary ascension costs. You aren't gonna stream this again because do you want me to just stream Stellaris forever? That is a legitimate question. Do you want me to stream Stellaris forever? Torpedoes. Comm jammer, and then Star Fortress. I definitely want this to be the last night for now. I don't want to continue it next week. I feel like this is a really good place to sign off for now. And I'm not necessarily gonna play this game, the Jahetma, more before I go on my trip. When I come back from Japan, I'll reevaluate. I'll see if I want to pick it back up. Back when playing Trackmania, stuck on track 30 hundredths of a second behind the active law, low Federation centralization. They want medium. They want. Oh God. Okay, so this is. Hang on. What does that mean exactly? No, not wrong Federation. This Federation. I think I know why they want this. Oh, these are actual. Wow, these are actual ratings. We have 218,000 fleet power compared to the Belmacostans, who have half that. They have a greater economy. We're way ahead in tech. Our diplomatic weight is huge. So if we go to medium... Oh, if we keep going, eventually the president's gonna get full control over what we do. Enjoying this. I mean, it's good to know. It's honestly, how often have I played a game? How often have I streamed a game where y'all were like, no, please don't stop? Like, I feel like that's a pretty rare thing. That means Stellaris is very special. And look, I love to hear it because I love this game. It's not like I'm gonna get tired of this game anytime soon. Always up to Stellaris, that's me. I'm here to watch, hang out regardless. I think most people are like that. They're gonna be here hanging out as long as whatever I'm playing is not like super boring. I'm gonna say no. We're gonna see how everybody else votes. I am curious. Everybody voted for it except me. I think I know why. Game lends itself to conversations better than many. You know, that's also true. That is also true. Because I mean, there's periods where I'm just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. That makes it easier to like jump into and out of conversations. Wish to give Rex Codium Consensus association status. Okay. I mean, anybody else who is with us is not with the bugs. All right, the core of the mega shipyard has been put in place. All that remains are to add the vast ship construction berths. Well, get on it. I'm not stopping tonight until we at least finish this megastructure. The Raxacodiums accepted association status and then immediately refused it. The AI in this game is a real piece of work. Anyway, let's put some more claims on the bugs. Because seriously, fuck them
The
bugs.
spirits have granted us new wisdom.
So yeah, the plan again is to claim everything back this way. Sweep in this way, form a bulkhead, and then clear back through the rest of their empire. And just gradually shrink them down. Pretty good in terms of resources. Zero! Jesus Christ, finally! God damn! I would go to bed soon sometime, maybe during an intro. I'd really like to hear what everyone thinks about the direction AI is taking larger concept. That would definitely be an interesting discussion. I would be down for that. We could definitely do that. Bring it up anytime, buddy. Anytime. A weak but inconsistent signal transmits on repeat in the DM system. The ship is pinpointed source to be emanating from within the mouth of a destabilized subspace rift to the system's edge. Could be on the other side. Perhaps we shall find out. The DM wormhole. I would like to see where that goes. Is a wormhole gonna slide into your DMs? Senate floor is in session. Repeal minor military sanctions. What is this? They want a fleet contribution. No.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I want my things. Zero. I guess I should increase my pop growth speed. Close to it, there's something to dev about. There's some useful tools. Everybody wanted it but me.
System survey complete.
Hey, do me a favor. Explore this. Tell me where this goes. So wait, how does this work now? Only the president may order the construction of new ships to the Federation fleet. Okay. And currently, the Bahavdans are in charge, so, okay. Oh, sorry, what was that? Oh, no, we can't rename it because we haven't claimed it. This goes to the what the hell? This has no natural connection. Or, I mean, it's not connected to the rest of the galaxy. That's different. Travel unknown. Have encountered a massive being of pure energy in the Franford system, a veritable vortex of psionic forces. Our crew senses intense malevolence emanating from the entity. Bafflingly, the Franford system itself seems to be entirely devoid of any connection to the subspace hyperlane network. Now, this entity's presence have severed the system's hyperlane connections or of unexpected subspace fluctuations trapped it here is unknown. One matter is known. The repeating signal we first registered in the DM system appears to originate from Franfred 2.
Spaceborne creature encountered.
Ah, okay. Corrupted psionic avatar. Okay. Creature of the Shroud. You know what this means. Another nice Stellaris. And on the other side of JRPG Final Dungeon and God. Well, you were actually kind of right about that. Mysterious tanker? There's a ship. All right. All right. Stonks. How long is it going to take you to get over here? I think just Stonks should be able to handle it. It's gonna take 4 years. As they journey across the entire Bug Empire and Bahavdan hegemony. On the bright side, I don't think anybody else is taking that down. Do we have a construction ship in the vicinity? What are you doing? You're claiming that source of Zro. So you are a lucky feller that's heading to DM. It's gonna take him like 3.5 years. They're not taking the L gates because there's no L gates in the vicinity. There's an L gate here. So we'd have to go back to this one and then warp from there. I don't think there's anything else interesting. There's a gate, right? There's a gateway in Jataramus that might connect to our one in Jelen. But then again, this is on a spur of the galaxy. So we'd have to like work our way back around anyway. Maybe Rantor is closer. I don't know. It doesn't connect to any of the wormholes in our system. Oh, actually, we don't know where the one in Latium goes to either. Hey, do we have an unused... Oh, no, I guess we don't. Well, I guess you can go back to being automated. I could pull Dong's Discovery and figure out where this one goes. Oh, no, Latium's not our system. Latium is on their side. I wanted Latium and I didn't get it. Although, you know, it wouldn't actually kill me to figure out where these go anyway. Actually, yeah, I should go ahead and map all these out so I know what we're doing. It might give me a tactical advantage. Anyway. Move Armstrong into the Fearing system.
New wisdom.
Yay, pop growth speed. Let's do army shit. Might need it, you never know. Star Fortress upgrades in progress. Yes, I love this service. Keep at it. It's not like energy means anything to me anymore. 2 years out from the completion of our mega shipyard. 10 shipyards.
Granted us new wisdom.
10 shipyards will be at our disposal. Flak artillery, sure. You seeing the time in RE1 voice acting? No, don't go. No. Let's see. If we're gonna do this, then we should probably do citadels along the border and upgrade these the rest of the way. We'll do torpedo and ancient rampart, and then upgrade to citadel. Torpedo and rampart and citadel. We'll start with these, and then I'm not too worried about these. The bugs don't seem to pay much attention to what's going on over here. We seem to have like a border standoff, and that's just it. They sure are moving a bunch of ships over here.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Or maybe I'm just noticing it because I'm moving stuff. Strategic Coordination Center.
Construction complete.
Sure.
System survey complete.
I mean, honestly, if they wanted to attack, that's fine. They would be at a pretty severe disadvantage. All right, connects to Bangaho, which Bangaho. So this warps down to the other bug territory, which is actually really interesting. Explore the natural wormhole here, please. Supposedly there's an old pirate station in here. Seems like the galaxy is mostly filled in. A Copleron has not been claimed for some reason. Music's such a vibe. This isn't like how the game operates officially. I see parts of an empire as crumple zones that can absorb losses while you attack elsewhere. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And as long as it doesn't fuck up your war score too badly, that certainly works. Oh, what's this? Artifacts can be used as a core for a powerful building that rivals a fallen empire could create. We now have the ability to build an affluence center on one of our planets. What the fuck is an affluence center? I really should have been doing more of that. Affluence center. That, wow, fuck. That produces a lot of civilian goods. Neat. How we doing? Mega structure. It's like 10 months left. Oh, there's a Gaia world in here. I'm definitely taking Franfred. If I can take Diam, I will. Let's see. So the Ladium wormhole connects to the Trigium system. So what does that leave? How many does that leave? There's a Tram Bodom one. There's the Rantor one. That might be it. The rest might be gateways. Yeah, it looks like that's it. It looks like that's the extent. You want to just kind of fly around and do stuff? I don't know where you're going, but you're welcome to it. Oh yeah, he wants to find out what's an octoplon. Octocron.
Construction complete.
All right, X941 is in good shape. We'll build a gun battery and a rampart and a target uplink and upgrade it to a citadel. Oh, I forgot to look and see how strong Skander's Pride Station is. There are ion cannons. Oh, they have ruination. Oh, so these are basically spaceborne Titan weapons, or like big weapons, big chungus weapons. So they're packing ancient ruination glares. Neat. Fucking neat. Oh, they cost a lot in terms of defense platforms, though. Well, still, that's good shit.
Spaceborne creature encountered.
No, that's science. That is science that we are doing. We have learned. We have learned much in our time here. The hell do y'all want? It's great. Anything else I can do is, Mega Shipyard is now fully active. I want to see it. Here it is, the Mega Shipyard. Sure do look cool. 20. I have access to 20 shipyards at this location. Cool. Very, 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 very cool. It's our friend, the Shroud. Flemo, we lost a sense of utter panic, washes over us. We'll skip this one. It's low probability of success. I don't need to be cursed again. Where's our fleet? What's going on with this? Yeah, good luck with Franfred, y'all. Gonna take another year to get there. Ew. So the instrument has made us more decadent. Now we need nanites for upkeep. That is fucking gross, dude. Like, how many? Oh, just one. That's fine. I can live with that. I could definitely live with that. Oh, shit. Where's my... Oh, God. I actually need a science ship. Shit. The Exile, you. I need you. I need you in this system. Sorry, I totally forgot you lost. I forgot you left. Because I'm gonna need him to survey the system so I can claim it. Slaps make a shipyard. This baby can build so many ships. Unfortunately, I'm coming up on naval capacity again. Wait, can I build a Juggernaut? Is that a thing I can do? Can we just build a Juggernaut? I do have access to Juggernaut technology. Bloop. It'll take like 5 years. It's fine. I'm not busy. I ain't doing anything.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
What else am I gonna do right now? Marauder missiles, Stormfire autocannons, yes. $32 naval capacity, so that's gonna put us over then. Interesting. Also, where did all of my influence go?
Creature encountered.
I don't remember spending my influence. If I did, that's fine. But I have no memory of this. Twice whatever Titan is, yeah, that's 32. That is 32. I mean, I produce so much influence, it kind of doesn't matter. Alright, you're on the way. So DM is going to be mine, I've decided. It just is. At that point, I don't think you need those corvettes and the other smaller ships anymore. Your battleships are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. That's true. That is true.
Construction complete.
Haha, look. I own this place now. And you know what? We might as well take... Oh, I spent all that influence to claim the system. Because it's so fucking expensive out here. I wasn't even paying attention. It cost me something like 800 influence to claim a system on the opposite side of the galaxy. I guess that makes sense. Kind of hard to argue with that, I suppose. Well, since we're here, I want this one too. Just the tip, chat.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Oh shit, there's actually a new tech here. Advanced shield hardening. Who knew? Right? So where gateways become super valuable? That makes sense. That makes sense. What are these guys doing? Have we implemented our sonic shields? I don't think our
construction complete
designs use them. Like, let's check out our battleships. Our battleships use Archaeotech. Everything we use is Archaeotech. We use ancient technology. I could probably force design psionic stuff. I don't know how good it is. That might actually be worth doing, come to think of it. It might be worth trying to design a psionic ship and see what it does. Hate to leave work is way too effing early. I'm not gonna play too much longer. I basically just want to claim Franfred. I want to do this. I want to destroy the psionic entity, and then claim this system, and then I'll probably call it a night. And that will be, we're gonna put a pin in Stellaris for the time being. I am acutely aware now of how much people enjoy this, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to rule out returning to this after I come back from Japan. All right, let me finish upgrading this shit
complete
first. Building
the
all these
spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Stations and whatnot. Interestingly, the Belmacossans seem to have hit equivalent fleet power. Like, really? Okay, so their version of equivalent fleet power is still like 60,000 behind us, though they are still gearing up pretty hard. All right, Dawn Discovery is done. Where are you? You just finished that, huh? All right, I guess there's really nothing else for you to do, so head back to the capital. And assist with research. we literally own the tip of this place. Also, I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Keep coming. You can help us fill out Fran Fred that much faster. That's fine. Yeah, they're gonna build mining stations in DM, and I am okay with that. Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested to see on Monday if like how Space Empires compares to the Stellaris experience. It's one of the big reasons I want to do it so much is I'm really curious. Juggernaut is half cooked.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Strategic Coordination Center technology gained. Repeatable naval capacity. I'm gonna start taking this.
Construction complete.
Perfect, thank you. All right, head back into DM. Mining stations are underway. All right, chat, here we go. We are going to see if 3 Titans and 12 battleships can take out a psionic entity.
Spaceborne creature encountered.
Hopefully they can. Engage.
Heretic fleet engaged.
That wasn't even close. It didn't even touch us. The destruction of malevolent psionic entity that have been sealed in the Frankfurt system, our science vessel should be able to safely explore this unique section of space to avoid hyperlates. Okay. Cool. Get to surveying. Get your ass in here. Friend Fred is ours. Dude, that was anticlimactic as fuck. But there is a mysterious tanker in here in orbit around this Gaia world, and I'm super curious about that. Super intensely curious about that. The Exile got the charisma trait. This Exile hasn't bitten us in the ass yet, and that really surprises me. Like, I really thought we were gonna get hoisted on that one. But no. But no, it's fine.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Robotic assembly complex. Cool, okay. Earbuds dead. Of course they are. It's after midnight. Derelict tanker of unknown origin orbits Fran Fred 2 as reservoirs heavy with some manner of organic substance. Could this be living metal? Is this where you get living metal in this game? Because that's the one rare resource we haven't found yet, and I don't think I've seen it in any other system. Like, there may be... I don't know if some other empire might have found the event or something. It's the Ishimura. Maybe I sent our battle fleet back too soon. What's the word? Marvels of medicine. The crew have identified the derelict tanker in orbit of Frankfurt 2 as an advanced medical research vessel. Its construction suggests it was created by the same aliens who built the wormhole destabilizer in the DM system, and like the station, has been abandoned for quite some time. While most of the tanker's data systems have suffered irrevocable degradation, the Exile has recovered the molecular structure from a remarkable neuroregenerative agent from on board. The agent appears to work via transfusion and should serve to significantly increase the generation of neurons, axons, and synapses in its recipient. If modified to shoot Jahetman neurology, this agent should notably improve the learning capacity. Neural tissue engineering. Okay, cool. Two more plants and the system is ours.
Construction complete.
Okay, cool. There's also exotic gases.
System survey complete.
Starbase me. Alright, we do have a Gaia world, so I'm gonna ask Jahet to be, oh no, expansion planner is what I want. Well, I guess I have to claim the system first. X941 is now a citadel and can have... I'll build a defense grid supercomputer. I might just get really, really dumb with this one. I might start going defense platform nuts because I'm coming up on my alloy cap.
Construction complete.
I'm coming up on my alloy cap, but I'm also near naval capacity cap, so. All right, Friend Fred, the Gaia world. Founder species only, thank you. There you go. We'll call this one Bell End. It's gonna be way out there, and apparently we're building it we're building it terminal egress so they can take the L gate here. Okay, cool. And our mega shipyard is almost complete. Exciting times, chat. I would actually like to see this thing. Dumps the tea into the bay. Oh, was unable to build a research because somebody else is doing it, I presume. The construction of the impressive Juggernaut has been completed. This mobile behemoth changes the paradigm of offensive warfare entirely. It can construct and repair ships on the front line, is equipped with devastating firepower, allowing for a ceaseless assault of those who dare stand against us. Only fools will oppose the Jahetma Dominion now. Where is it? Oh, that's it. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, chat. That's sick. God, it really is the supremacy. It really is the supremacy. Ship shit. God damn, that's cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. Senses that Oddish now wants to use it. You're goddamn right he does. And it takes 193 days to go 4 systems. All right, chat. Anyway, on that note, I think it's time to take a rest. I think it's time to bid farewell to Stellaris for a bit. When you get the fireworks factory is the last Stellaris stream. For now, like I said, I am not going to rule out coming back to this after my Japan trip. It might be a different story if I wasn't going to Japan, if I didn't have a limited number of stream days before then. But yeah, we'll see, chat. I wasn't expecting to stream Stellaris this long, honestly. I thought we were gonna play it for a couple days and we're gonna be like, oh, that's cool, that's neat, whatever, and then move on with our lives. But this turned into quite the odyssey. Quite the engagement. So yeah. You'll have to forgive me, but it's at least time to move on for now. So anyway, gang, the schedule as we're coming up tomorrow night, Power Hours. It's still February 1993. It was always February 1993, and it will always be February 1993. We're gonna try and finish it tomorrow. I would really like to finish it tomorrow. On Friday, we're doing the Next Fest demo wheel. If you have not submitted a demo yet, you have until the end of tomorrow night's stream to do so. And then we'll spin the wheel, play as many demos as we can, have a real good time. Saturday, assuming that we are done with the Power Hours tomorrow night, I'm going to do a second demo night, this time focusing on stuff that I'm interested in playing. No stream on Sunday. I'm going to be packing and preparing. And then on Monday, we will do a whole Space Empires night. I know y'all are still jonesing for Stellaris. We're going to see how well Space Empires can fill that void for you. And then Tuesday, we'll do a hidden object game. And if I stream on Wednesday, we'll do something fun. That's the plan, chat. That's what we're looking at. I'm like a week away from my trip. I'm really excited. I can't wait. At the same time, I'm really sad I can't continue this. I've been enjoying this so much. And I got some new achievements too. I got All-Seeing Eye and Intel level 100 on 5 different empires simultaneously. Our fleets will blot out the stars. We constructed a complete mega shipyard, and Unstoppable Force, we built a juggernaut. Anyway, let's go find somebody to raid. Let's go see who's up. And I do believe tonight... Let's go hang out with Dama. Dama's playing Spin Rhythm, and I like Spin Rhythm. Spin Rhythm is a good time. Spin Rhythm is nice and fun, so. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out tonight, and thank you for joining me for this little Stellaris Odyssey we've gone on. I didn't expect to play it for 3 straight weeks, and I didn't expect people to be dissatisfied with that short a time on it, so I know I've said this about other games in the past, but I think it very likely that we return to Stellaris sooner rather than later. It is definitely one of the most fun things that I have streamed, and it seems like people have really enjoyed it as well. So, and when you got 2 great tastes that taste great together, you just keep eating it. Sure, okay. Anyway, thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow night for the epic conclusion of February 1993 in Nintendo Power. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.